Hey everybody, Don here. It's Sunday the 23rd of December. It's a nice day, it's about 30 degrees. And me and Tucker are going to take a little hike, see what we can see. I'm going to head up to where I was deer hunting at the end of the season and see what the deer sign looks like. See if they've bugged out or if they're still around. Still plenty of snow. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't have snowshoes, but I do have my hiking poles because there's a lot of ice. I don't have my micro spikes. That probably would have been a good idea, but we'll see what it looks like. If it gets too nasty, then I'll work my way around a different way, but see what it looks like. Trees were falling all over the place during that big ice storm. Little tree down here, one down there, one up there. I had a couple of bad ones on my driveway that I actually had to have a crew come in and cut. There's a regular widowmaker up there. I'm gonna run into a lot of them in the woods too, I'm sure, but before I can redo the food plots, I'm gonna have a lot of cleanup to do. It's not gonna be quiet out here today, that's for sure, but then again, I'm not out here, trying to hunt, trying to find deer. I'm just out here seeing what's going on. The pond is pretty well frozen, except where the spring comes in. Actually, where you see that water running in, that's just runoff from that swampy area, all the runoff from down the hill. But right underneath there's a natural spring that keeps that pond full. Everywhere I look, I see storm damage. A big broken off hemlock right there. There's a big hemlock there. Yes. Take a look at that. Looks like one tree came uprooted. Oh, that's that tree right there was a multi-trunk maple. Had 5 or 6 trunks coming off of it. Pretty sure it was a maple. I actually thought about putting a tree stand in that a couple of years back. All the runoff come under the roots. It came down. Took that ash tree down. Everything that came up with it. There's two hemlocks in there, and then that multi-trunk maple, and then this big hemlock broke. Man, that storm was crazy. We had 10 inches of heavy wet snow. That is crazy. Yeah, look at that. That whole thing came uprooted. That's too bad. So, up on the side of this hill, there is a den. It's, I believe, it was maybe a coyote birthing den. What do you smell there, Tucker? Anybody in there? Step on back. Now, go in there. You can't really tell. how far it goes in, but it goes way back in there. Look how Tucker goes way back in there. And it gets pretty big once you look in there with a light. There's another hole here. Oh, that one. Oh, there it goes. Way back there. And these two, they connect somewhere in here. First time I thought this maybe is a woodchuck or something. That's too big for that. Then I came up here in the spring and I saw coyote tracks coming in and out of this area. So maybe a fox, maybe a coyote. What I think I'll do is put a camera on that tree right there, pointing over here, put it in video mode and see what's using. It doesn't look like anything's using it right now, but coyotes are running. Once spring rolls around, maybe they'll use it. Well, I'm up to the top of this piece of land. This is about as high as I go up. Then from here on, it's going to be going down and across. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. I don't start my cardiac rehab until the 2nd of January, and that was really because I'd maxed out my insurance, and that little heart procedure is going to end up taking about $4 grand out of my pocket, even with what I consider to be pretty good insurance. But all that aside, I told him I could start once my insurance kicked in for the new year. Doesn't mean I've been sitting on my butt. Been walking, getting out with the pooch, and doing a little bit of hiking. Nothing too strenuous. So by the time May rolls around, we're heading out to Arizona via Utah, and we want to spend some time up in Canyonlands and maybe Bryce, a couple of those national parks, and we'll do some hiking. And so I got to get ready before that time rolls around. And then by the time we get back from that and June rolls around, we're going to get back into hiking the 4,000 footers here in New Hampshire. I still got on my docket to go out west and do an elk trip. I was hoping to do it this year. With everything that's happened, there's no way that's gonna be a reality. But if I'm not gonna do it in 2019, I'm gonna do it in 2020. That's for sure. So watch the transformation that takes place over the next 6 months. I'm gonna get back to where I was a year and a half ago, or better. I'm just gonna keep poking down over this ridge, and there's a gully that goes down through here. I'm gonna poke along through there and then cut up on that next ridge over and see what I see for sign. Just want to get out and get some exercise, and I always like to do some scouting right after the season. Who knows? The way the antlers have been dropping before the season even ended, I might find a shed, but so far nothing. Ooh, see a rub. Let's investigate that. Fresh deer droppings. Regular deer trail right here. Yeah, that was made this year. Right off a deer trail. Got deer droppings here, here. More deer droppings. Here's a pile right there. Yeah. Oh yeah, deer droppings all through here. I mean, this is a perfect place where I would think they'd like to bed. You hear that? Fresh Tucker? Might know about Tucker. He likes to eat deer droppings, but he's got a discerning palate, and he only likes to eat fresh deer droppings. As much as I hate it when he starts eating deer dew, I always know that I'm in an area where the deer have been recently. A lot of runoff from all that rain we had yesterday, day before. All right, well, I'm about 2 miles into this hike, and on this side over here, snow is quite a bit deeper. I've been busting through quite a bit, but man, it's just a gorgeous day. I'm just happy to be out. I'm going to wrap it up here, though. I'm going to pop out on a road here in a little bit, and instead of bushwhacking, I'm going to head back to the truck via the road. So thanks for coming along. It's been a nice walk. I was hoping maybe we'd stumble upon an early shed, but that wasn't meant to be, but that's all right. Hunting season's over, so this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be hiking, shed hunting. Maybe do some more cooking once I get some ice fishing in me, and yeah, it's a good night. Les and I probably won't post anything for the next few days, so I'm hoping everybody out there has a very Merry Christmas. I'll probably see you before New Year's, but if not, have a good New Year's too. Thanks.